Recording. Hello, friends. Chris McMillon here with Autonomy Season 1. I'm here in Cameron, Texas with the Texas Autonomy Get Together, and I'm here with Travis Doss of Autonomy Season 1 and long-term member of TragedyandHope.com. So, Travis, you and Richard and Lisa go way back. Tell us about that and tell us what happened in Elgin, Texas so many years ago.
Oh, well, I think I was attracted to Rich after hearing his Project Constellation story. And I would think I was in a place where I was looking for answers, and it was nice to hear his testimony. The situation that we're referring to in Elgin, there was an effort where they, we've heard about Agenda 21, and there was this consultancy that was engaging in this blatant use of what's called the Delphi technique, where you engage like these public hearings, and you give the idea to the public that they have the ability to offer input on a scenario, but they really at the end of the day just kind of give you a predetermined conclusion as to what they're going to do anyways. But it basically gives the illusion to the public that they had a say so, and that this is what the will of the people is, and we're moving forward with our plan for toll roads or whatever. And at the time, there was really an effort in the town called Elgin, Texas, to implement some just very nefarious initiatives straight out of the Agenda 21 playbook. And I remember Rich and Lisa back in the day helped with some efforts on Lisa cut some commercials that we ran here in town using her awesome voice. And that's that.
Yeah, I told Lisa she has a Hollywood voice. Yes. And she should definitely do something with that. Yeah. And the Delphi, I don't know.
I've heard it Delphi. Yeah.
That technique,
Oracle at Delphi.
It was invented by the Rand Corporation.
That is correct.
Very sinister. So what happened in the end? What?
Oh boy. In the end, I think that a lot of these type organizations that push these nefarious initiatives, they'll kind of start and stop and kind of wear the public down, where opposition kind of dies down, and then they circle back around, another day. And I think that's kind of what goes on with a lot of these things, where it's not, they've got a lot of time and a lot of money, and can just kind of table it for another day. I can remember one time I was on an airplane, and I sat next to this woman, and you know how you sit next to someone on a plane, and you're like, oh, what do you do? And she goes, I'm in governmental relations for the transportation industry.
Oh no.
And I go, oh, so you're a lobbyist for toll roads? And she goes, yeah. And this is back at the time when the Texas toll road, the Trans-Texas corridor.
Oh, I remember all that. Yeah.
That was going to take this toll road coming up from Mexico, and there was a lot of negative implications for that. And I remember saying to her, I was like, well, it looks like that's been defeated. And she very matter-of-factly said, oh, well, we'll just circle back at a future date.
Circle. Yeah, I like that. Circle back. Because that's what they do. Yeah, that's a good metaphor.
Yeah.
So the Agenda 21, that they take certain cities. I saw the list of cities one time, and a few of them retracted. I think Garland, Texas comes to mind. They had adopted it, and then they rejected it. And I think it's because of the work of Rosa Koire and her bringing awareness about Agenda 21. But now when you do go to cities that it's been implemented, it's little things you can tell. Like I'm a cyclist. I love bike lanes. But when they force them, that's a clue right there, is ridiculous placed bike lanes, because they have to. That's part of their the Agenda 21 policy. Well, they don't call it Agenda 21, of course. Whatever they call it, sustainability or whatever. But yeah, it's an incredible book, Behind the Green Mask by Rosa Koire. It's a good book for bringing awareness to that. Do you know, at the moment in Elgin, was it ever implemented in the end, or offhand? It'd be easy to look up, I
yeah,
suppose.
no, I think they got time and money on their side,
Yeah.
and I think that you know, I think what they try to do is move the Overton window, and they, you know, try to you know, just keep plugging along the totalitarian two-step, you know.
Um, so Travis, we're going to Red Pill Expo
Yes.
coming up next week. What are you hoping to gain out of that?
I couldn't be more excited for Rich's speech. Should be
Yeah.
enlightening. It'll be quite a thing. I think about you know, I watched these old footage of G. Edward Griffin, and to think about a man who's been in the fight all this time, it'll be I'll be proud to meet him. You know, he's been
Yeah.
a real freedom fighter from way back, and so it'll be good to hear him speak. You know, who knows how many years that guy has left on this earth, so
Yeah.
I'll be glad to see him.
How did you come to take the metaphorical red pill? Tell us your story.
You know, I think probably like a lot of people, 9/11 definitely played a role in that. There were some things about the events of that day that I think kind of caused me to look around and question the, you know, the narrative that we're told. I think you know, I think sometimes when your ox gets gored, I had some things happen in personal life, you know, where things don't work out the way you would have hoped, and you kind of look around, and you know, you take a look at the world, and I think it was, you know, people like Rich pointing out you know, pointing out this alternative history that
Yeah.
certainly wasn't taught to me.
Yeah, a bigger picture
Yeah.
that was intentionally not taught to us. Exactly. Yeah, could how long you been with Tragedy and Hope?
Man, I had to be a early on subscriber. That would be a good question for Rich and Lisa. I would imagine I'm probably an early subscriber. I was, you know, I think there's, Rich has mentioned before, people have circled in and out, and um I was in there at the beginning, and I'm glad to be back again.
Cool. Well, cool. Any final thoughts, Travis?
Oh boy. Well, I have definitely enjoyed getting to know the Tragedy and Hope people. It's nice to meet y'all in person.
person.
And it's definitely more interesting than conversations I have in the, you know, ordinary everyday life. I'm proud to know you all.
Cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Travis. Thanks
All
a
right.
lot, man.
Thank you.
Cool.